Welcome to Trans Fabulous. My name is Sasha Saidek. I am the co-founder of Trans Sisters United. Before I start, I would like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, the traditional owners of this land that we're standing. I pay my respect with their elders, past, present, and emerging. Always was and always will be Aboriginal land. And I would like to extend my respect to our trans elders, past and present. Today's guest, our trans fabulous Alexander Tay. How would I say? A very fabulous person, very fabulous, and also a big trans ally in our community. So Alexander Tay is a former president of the Australian GLBTIQ Multicultural and Multifaith Council, AGMC, who work closely with government to advance policies and frameworks supporting multicultural and multi-faith LGBTQIA+ communities. His contribution include major national and state initiatives across health, youth, justice, multicultural policy, mental health, and inclusive palliative care, as well as community events and international engagement. After his presidency, he continued supporting grassroots organizations by creating safe, inclusive spaces and providing practical resources that empower self-advocacy. His work also focused on holding governments accountable to ensure ongoing support for diversity, inclusion, and equity. More recently, he has collaborated with Trans Sisters United and Nusantara Queer Community United to create Boom Boom Room, a performance art collective that uplifts trans people from multicultural backgrounds and promotes diversity through creative expression. Welcome, Alexander.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the invite.
Of course, you have been a big ally and advocate for transgender and non-binary people, and that's why I would love to have you on that seat. When you reach out to me at Trans Sisters United, said you want to work with a lot more grassroots organization. And you know what, at Trans Sisters United, we've been advocating to a lot of LGBTQIA+ leaders here in Melbourne, saying like you need to work with grassroots organizations, and they never have. So you're one of the first leader when you were a president at AGMC and reach out to us. I was quite shocked. I was like, oh wow, they want to work with us? We've been advocating this for so long and no one actually reached out to us ever. We have to reach out to them.
Yep.
So there's a difference, right?
Yeah, definitely there's a difference. I think it's important that you work with grassroots because you have to work with the people who are actually on the ground.
Yeah.
So you get the first-hand information, you listen to their story.
Yeah.
Rather work with a bigger organization where they absorb all the funding and then they wash the story for their own benefit.
They change the narratives.
Exactly,
yes.
to continue, go to get more funding, and then not really pass on the work to the real community who need help and who need support.
Yeah.
So that's my thought, working with grassroots. Let's work with the basic people on the ground and fix the real issue or support them and advocate what sort of challenges they're facing.
Yeah.
And also what sort of needs from them. Rather, working with someone, maybe a good organization, support you with what you want to do, but for me, you might not working on or deliver something that is not going to be sit well with the real community.
Yes.
Because with the multicultural, multi-faith community, we are a bit different in the sense because we are coming from culture diverse background and family. We have our values, we have our belief, and we have the belief within the family, within the culture, and also faith come along, which is the family, again, it's the family values.
Yeah.
And we born in that family. We born within the culture. We cannot walk away from that.
Yeah.
So if we can't walk away, why not let's look after it and how to make it more vibrant, how to make it a safe space for community who actually got rejected by their own culture or by their own, what we call their family.
Yeah.
So they have to go out to find their chosen family. Exactly.
I agree. when you reach out to us, I don't feel like we're being tokenized as well, because we have worked with other organizations in the past where it's especially with white people led, and we felt that we're being tokenized. They use our work and get the credit instead. And I'm pretty sure you are aware of this.
Yeah.
So that's why there's a bit of a fear with a lot of organizations. I'm pretty sure a lot of grassroots organizations can agree with me in this, because they have been in that situation before and they're so scared to work with other organizations again, especially when they are grassroots.
Yeah.
So with AGMC, we didn't feel that at all. And that's why I keep continuing to support you, your organization until today. Even you're not there anymore, I'm still there with AGMC because I believe in them. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, the most important thing is voices need to be heard, because a lot of voices go around and then it just disappear. And then people were saying there's a lot of noise around.
Yes.
But why there's a lot of noise around? Because the actual voice failed to be heard.
Yeah.
And fail to be action based on the voices.
Yeah.
And I think that's again it's important that working with grassroots is allow them to, we help them to echo their voices to the different area.
Yeah.
Because most of the time they did not have the opportunity to actually expose the experience to like the government, local and federal. Like for me, when I was the former president leading AGMC, I had the opportunity to actually sit down with a lot of ministers, sit down with the agency to discuss policy, to review their policy, to review their framework, so that I will become the voices on behalf from the grassroots community to say, these are the people I'm representing. I'm not representing myself today. I am A, B, and C.
Yeah.
So those are the voices you guys need to take into consideration when you prepare the framework, when you review the policy, in particular when you provide funding for like a good cause, for a research program or an event that celebrate any celebration, culture celebration, awards night. And important is to provide a space and a seat for our multicultural, multifaith community at the board level, or at least at the level that the person can actually allow to vote or to make the decision. I think today, just look at other organizations today, like big LGBTIQ organization happen in Melbourne, in Australia. But I'm still seeing a lot of board members are not diverse.
Correct.
If you get what I mean.
Yes.
Because I don't see people of colors from multicultural background actually invited to actually sit on the board, where again, the role the person can drive and make the decision, provide feedback, and again, take that on to the higher level to say, this is what we need, and this is how things need to be done. There's a few board opportunity coming up. So as you mentioned, I already stepped down from my former role. And now while working on the performing group as a production person, and now I'm start looking for the next board opportunity. So much opportunity I can contribute to the community. And also there's so much we can work together with the grassroots organization together with that big organization. I think there is a gap between big organization and the grassroots. There's a massive gap around at the moment. I try to close the gap, possible. If not, I build a bridge to try to bridge it over.
What I love about you, because you are very outspoken. And I love that, because you know what? When I first met you at the panel with the Vic poll, you used the word I demand. I said, like, this is amazing, because a lot of us even though I seen some of the people of color in the board as a board member, but they don't have a voice. They were there just because as a prop. I felt that before, because I've been in that situation before, because my voice did never been heard. You know, and my ideas will probably adapt but change it into what they want. I know this has been going on for a very long time, but you know, Sasha is a changed woman now. I used to be a very quiet person, but now that I think I'm going to use my voice like yourself. I think you're an inspiration to me when I first met you. And I said, I do want to be him, because yeah, we need to be loud. We need to stay angry, because, you know, if we don't have these two, people won't listen to us.
We are a minority community. I know, you know, multiculturalism happened more than 20 years, 30 years now. But those maybe 40 years ago is more about the European settlement, like Italian, Greek, Lebanese. But then in the 2000, we start seeing more people multicultural from Southeast Asia, from Asia Pacific. And I was, when I first moved to Australia, I felt something's not right, because I wasn't settling into the community quite well. Although I live in Hong Kong, my ex-partner are all from Anglo-Saxon, and I'm a very confident person. But then I at the time I live, I actually was at Surrey Hill, Oxford Street. I hang around that a lot. So, and then when I start looking at the behavior, and I like to study people, and I like to do a lot of analytical work. So I analyze why discrimination happened, racism happened towards people from Southeast Asia, because I personally feel, and I think this had to really go to the community, you need to be bold and be confident about yourself, and don't look down your own self because you are from Southeast Asia and your color are brown or yellow. For me, I stand up for myself, because I disbelieve why you need to brand me. Why should I allow you to judge me? Why should I allow you to discriminate against me? Because I am still a human being, and I am equal with you. I'm equal with you. I'm equal with you as well. So don't feel like my English is not the first language and I don't have a good job and I will have to become the next level. No, you don't. Stop doing it. That's my advice to our community from multicultural, multifaith background. You got to be bold. English, just the languages. If the person wants to know you, they will learn how to speak your language, just like French, just like people from China. If you want to do business with me, you want to deal with me, speak my language.
That's it.
Understand my culture, because I take time to understand, to learn and understand your culture. It's your time to take your time to learn my culture and to learn and respect me as a person from a different culture.
The new generation is a bit different now, you know. They call it the woke culture, where they understood like the struggles that a lot of our generation has been through. So I've interviewed in my radio show, I interviewed a lot of the young ones. They understand straight away. And some of our generation are still being bitter about it, unfortunately. So Alex, I want to ask you, what were the most impactful contribution during your time at as a president at AGMC?
The first important one is the tenure strategy for LGBTIQ health. I think that is a good win. We spent about 15 months on the framework, down on the policy, budgeting, operational way of deliver those strategy, and actually how to help system, healthcare to navigate that, how to work with LGBTIQ people, community, and also especially in mental health space. And we also talk a lot about trans community. How are we going to support the trans community in transitioning post and before? I think there's a lot of lack of understanding and also lack of resources for them to tap onto it. I think that's one.
And this is focusing more on the multicultural trans.
When I represent multicultural into that, my focus is on multicultural, multifaith community.
That's it,
Because we got so many streams, they will have their say.
Correct.
I respect that. But come my turn, it's about my community.
Of course.
Because we are the one, again, when we go to hospital, people look at you, okay, who are you? You're a cast of people, you're not the number one, you can wait. Especially trans community going, oh yeah, this is my choice, you choose to be that way, you choose to do this, you have to take it. But it's wrong. Like during that period, during the process, I find out there's only time. If you transit, for example, in a different state, when you move to other state, the doctor will not reassign to the new doctor to you in the new state when you resign. You have to go back to your original state when you complete your transition. I think that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Medication, hospital, they're all the same throughout the whole country.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the state. Medication is a medication.
Yeah.
If I need this medication, I go this place, I still get the same medication. Can be different brand, but the whole thing should be the same.
Correct.
And that's one thing. And at the time I worked with the assistant minister, she's so welcoming me. I was surprised she remembered me every time. She normally addressed my name when we catch up for the meeting every quarter. I was very surprised. And then after that, I asked her, what made you remember me? You remember my name?
Yeah.
I'm quite curious. She said, because, and then she started saying, because whatever information you share is a real storytelling. So it becomes easy to resonate, easy to digest. That's why we can easy to remember you, because all your story, every time we catch up for the meeting, everything you share makes sense, and it's not over the board, and it's not biased, and it's just you. It's so real.
Yeah.
As what you mentioned before, you like to work with me because I'm a real person.
That's it.
I like to be open and transparent when I working with organization, when it comes to community work.
Yeah.
Because no point being sincere. Sincere is good to brush, put a beautiful makeup, that's how you look sincere. But end of the day, you still need to be able to discuss the pain point. You still need to look at the issue.
Yeah.
And then open up the issue, discuss the issue, and then work on the solution. We may not agree on certain things because ideas, thinking are very, subjective to individual. But at least we can find a way that can have a win-win situation.
Exactly.
Rather, I just want to win. That's all. Bad luck. I'm going to push you away.
100%.
Not that way.
I've worked with organizations in the past when I was still new in advocacy, and of course, I'm a big advocate for sex workers as well, because a lot of my peers are sex workers. Even though if they're not, I still will advocate for them anyway. And, I did bring up, on a panel, I said, before we got on the panel, I can talk about sex. They said, do not speak on that at all, because this is a very sensitive subject. I was like, why? You said you want to save trans women lives from violence, from all these issues, and then you don't want to add sex workers in it, because there's violence in sex work. A lot of trans women being killed, being abused, being beaten up by men, and never been reported because of the stigma that they have to face. And this is the reason why they have to stay quiet. But it's different now because of the decriminalization sex work in Victoria 2 years ago. But still, sex workers we still need to advocate for them, because they don't know their rights.
Just on this topic, I think it's important we need to continue to call out sex workers. It's a job.
It is.
People got to understand, sex worker pay GST, pay tax. So it's a job.
Exactly.
And why an individual, especially trans women, need to move the direction to become a sex worker? I think the society and the community need to be responsible for that. Firstly, a lot of workforce reject them because you're a trans woman or you're a trans man. I do not want you in my office, or I don't know you, so rather not have you. So that is a corporation workforce responsibility. They got to stop that. And secondly is, come on, if the demands was not there, why the person want to become a sex worker so that they can earn money? Of course, the demands are there. Now, the professional there, I think the crime about rape will be much higher.
100%.
But in saying that, agree, we need to look after the sex worker because of the violence. Those crazy people that they know that I pay you, I can do anything, but it's not. It's a business transaction.
Exactly.
It's just like me, I'm in the corporate world today. If your value is not same as me, I can choose to not working with you as a company B2B, business to business. I think that has to be the way. And also, I'm going to call out this one, although I'm in the corporate world, but corporate world, employment world, HR need to look into that more. Because my experience, we used to have a trans person working in the company, not under my team, because the company wasn't prepared, the company do not know how to work with that person, the company end up let the person go.
Wow.
And this is just so not fair to that individual, because it's not this individual fault. It's actually the company fault, because they just do not do enough research, did not take the initiative to try to learn how to work with this person and how to make the workplace is accessibility to transgender individual. That made me really angry, just put it this way.
I agree.
Because this person, nothing wrong with this person. And this person become the victim of, because a company do not know or don't have the policy to work with this individual.
I hear this a lot as well, not just in corporate world. They always said, like, we don't know what to do with trans people, with non-binary people, we don't know, so we just have to let them go. There's a lot of organization that do for a lot of organization and body corporates to learn about, you know, the gender identity. Just brush it off so easily because you said you don't know. Talking about Sister Girl, I don't know that, and I self-funded myself with Rebecca Loveday from Twin Sisters. We went to Tiwi Island to meet up with them because we want to know more about them. Why can't you are getting paid? Why can't you do something like that and get to know them? And you only keep saying we don't know how to do it.
For me, it's very simple. You do not need to spend money. What you need to do is just to ask. Just ask. There's so many organizations out there. You can ask them to say, this is my situation. What should I do? Give me some advice. That's the reason why I'm very proud of Palliative Care Victoria. They actually come to AGMC while I'm still president, ask the question, can you work with me, guide me? How can Palliative Care Victoria continue to provide care to people from multicultural, multi-faith background? And then we work with them. We do a lot of panel interview to understand what's your needs, what means to you palliative care, what palliative care, like the word, is it scary or what? Am I dying or what? Actually, it's not. It's about the service, not only provide to the person who need care, also provide the service to people who give the care as well. So that's why we've been working together until today. I'm very proud of them. They continue change themselves to want to be more, become a community-led agency, especially palliative care. Palliative care not only for old people, palliative care for people who is for sick people. It can be child, can be anyone who needs the service. And it's all about how can we make this person who needs care continue to live with the dignity until the end of their life, what they need.
You invited me to be on the panel, and that time I didn't even think about palliative care because once I'm dead, right? But thank you for actually inviting me to be on that panel because I learned a lot at the same time, especially with my partner. We talk a lot about, you know, when we die, what we want to do, how we're going to be buried, that kind of thing. I said like, maybe we should go palliative care and seek for advice.
The second one I'm pretty happy about is youth justice.
Yes.
Because youth justice is a big thing at the moment. Because technically, or not technically, basically, the Justice Department do not know how to work with the youth who actually brought into the system, who are from multicultural and also who are from transgender community. And then for my role is there to make sure, to make them accountable. The officer in there do stop or don't abuse the youth who actually brought into the to the agency. Because a lot of time it happens because it's an easy target. They're young, they're vulnerable. They just done something wrong and move into the agency or the center. And then those people say, oh great, this is my time to actually take action in the wrong way. And also, especially those who need go through transition, they need medication. It's important they continue to receive those medication, those doctor checkup, and those appointments, even though they are in the center for whatever many years. And also we look at prevention as well. How can we prevent that need to actually done something wrong, end up in the center.
Yeah.
I said we gotta let's look at the root cause. What caused that? It's because of family violence.
Yeah.
Family issue. Parents don't accept who they are.
Yeah.
So they have to run out, or they have to make something really make a big impact.
Yeah.
To get focus or get from the parents, you know, because they are so young, they cannot differentiate. If I do this, I will end up here.
Yeah.
Or I should do this, I don't end up here. Because again, young people, they're full with energy.
Yeah.
They just want to do something different, so I can be seen, I can be heard.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in the wrong format. I stopped that because I stepped away from my board role.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, you just say, look, you can't be seen on as an individual. You have to be represented by a company, by an organization.
Yeah.
That's why I stepped aside. But I still keep in touch with them. I said, look, get me in touch because I just want to make sure there's multicultural organization there to really provide the voice and experience story to the agency to say this actually happened in the society, in the community. How can we work to make sure they all well looked after?
Yeah. That would be my my next question. What role does self-advocacy play in the current work with communities? But you already answered that because you keep continuing your advocacy work, even though you're not doing that anymore, but you're doing it privately now. That's amazing, Alex. I think we all feel like we have a job to do, right? Like unfinished job to do, and people do rely on us. I want to go to the fun part now.
Yep.
The Boom Boom Room. What is the vision behind the Boom Boom Room Collective?
When I attend events and when I look at big shows, why there's no one of us up there? Why is always have to be very what I call
drag queen?
Not a biased thinking. It's a signature must-have program. I was like, why?
Yes.
And then we'll look around. A lot of I was a performance before. At my time, again, I'm very lucky. I performed 3 times a night as a professional dancer, backup dancer, and at the time, Aida. So at the time, Aida is our main drag performance.
Yes.
Me and my friends Gary, as a backup dancer, we do three shows a night, and then 3 nights as well. And we actually got invited to the old place called the Market.
Yes.
The Market is so prestigious at the moment, and if you're not good enough, they are not going to invite you to perform at the venue. We managed to. We're actually so fortunate.
That is so MTV production, though.
Yeah. And when I look back, I had the opportunity, but today, not many individuals have that. So that vision come out and said, look, I want to create a production or to support, to allow those talented artists who are from trans community, provide them a stage to express their talent. To let them express what they want to express through music, dancing, acting. That's the reason why I call Boom Boom Room performing arts.
I love it.
Performing arts cover all type of arts. It can be singing. It can be dance. It can be acting. It can be a comedian. It can be an interaction program with the audience. So performing arts cover biggest
and also empowering. Especially for trans women of color. I love it.
I think it's important because they just don't have enough opportunity for them to do what they do the best.
Big stages.
And also allow them to do what they enjoy. Why you force someone to do something they're not going to enjoy? Like we chat before, I'm not going to force myself to attend an event that I'm not going to enjoy. And that's very tiring and also not good for my physical and most importantly, not good for my mental health as well. I think Boom Boom Room will should provide a space, safe space, of course, allow them to be able to express themselves, let go something they accumulate throughout the day at work or facing people in front of them. Because we multicultural, multifaith individual, we're constantly in the intersectional space to navigate every time we're in front of one person, a group of person, or a bunch of big group of person. We try to navigate what not to say, what to say, how to blend in, and not to be discriminated against, not to call out. So it's quite tiring, to be honest with you. And to me, I'm much older than a lot of people. I'm not going to show you my age, but because
you don't look like it.
Yeah, because I gone through that, my experience. So now I know how to navigate that. Like naturally, so I don't feel tired anymore. But I can imagine a new individual who just come out to the community and step into the society. A lot for them to learn, or a lot for them to navigate, and that is very tiring.
You are an inspiration, and you know that already to me, and I'm pretty sure with a lot of our viewers now. Do you have any last word like to say to organizations or to anyone, you know, what changes needed to be made?
I would say be open. Don't try to lead. Try to walk side by side. Open your arm and stop the bias. I think those are the 5 points is important for big organizations to start evolve themselves. Change is scary, but do a slow change. Talking to people who you know from a different background, talking to the right people, and then do the right thing. Don't just think, this is my decision, I'm going to go for it. It's okay to do it, but you're going to lose a lot of audience, and you're going to lose a lot of confidence from other organizations, and they'll stop working with you. And to me, that is the result you do not want. And then me as individual, I will continue to advocate. I'll continue to influence. I'll continue to fight, and I'll continue to be bold and stand out there to share on behalf voices that couldn't be heard. And because they are not confident, so I will represent them and stand in front of you and call out the wrongdoing, and to continue to open and transparent conversation with each of the organizations.
Alexander, thank you so much for being on our show. You deserve that seat for sure. And I think everybody agree with me today. And until next time, this is Trans Fabulous with Sasha Saidek and Alexander Tay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.